Welcome to the Programming Guide channel. This is Bhargavi. Today we are going to discuss about the two-dimensional array. Now in the last videos we did one-dimensional array and along with the program. Okay. Now how to represent the two-dimensional array. Now first we represent the two-dimensional array. So what is mean by dimension? So what is mean by first dimension? So that means in the representation of x-axis, y-axis, that means two things are there along with the row, along with the column. If you want to represent this kind of data, we go with the two-dimensional array. So mostly two-dimensional array will be used to find the calculations regarding matrix. Right? Already I think everybody know matrix. Why? Because we come across this in the 10th class. Yes. So what is matrix? How the matrix will be represented? Consider 2 by 2 matrix. That means what? There is 2 rows and 2 columns. So this is represented by. So how we represent 2 by 2 matrix? 0 row, 1 row, 0 column, 1 column. So here 2 by 2 matrix contains of how many elements? 4 elements. Right? So the first element is represented as, this is row, this is column. So 0 row, 0 column. So the first element is represented as 0 row, 0 column. The next element is 0 row, 0 row, column 1. Next, this one row, 0 column. Right here the elements will be stored 1 row, 1 column. So this is a way of representing of 2 by 2 matrix. If you have 3 by 3 matrix, we have 3 into 3, 9 elements will be there. Okay. So if you understand 2 by 2 matrix, then easily you can understand 3 by 3 matrix. Now this is a way of representing of a matrix. Now how to store the data in this 2 by 2 matrix, how to perform calculations over the 2 by 2 matrix, we'll see. Now how first we know how to declare, then how to store, then how to access. Then in the next video we'll see addition of matrices of program. Now first I am declaring matrix in array form. Now first how we will declare? Declaration. Consider I am taking integer matrix. You can take float also, no problem. Int, I am considering a matrix A that is of 2 by 2 matrix. That means first 2 rows, second 2 columns. Right? Now in arrays concept, we are accessing the variables, that means elements, with the help of the for loop. Right? So if you are using one for loop means we need a variable in order to run your for loop. That means in order to working with your for loop, we need a variable. Now but here, how many rows we are using? We are using rows and columns. So for that, we need 2 variables I, j I am considering to run the for loops. That means in order to execute your for loop, we need a variable. In order to write the conditions, we need 2 variables. First, let us consider I and j. I related to row, j related to column. Right? Now I am closing this. So this is a way of declaring of 2 by 2 matrices. Right? Now I want to accept the numbers to be stored in these 4 places from the user. Now what the message will write? Printf, enter 4 elements. So by seeing this message, what the user does, he tries to enter 4 elements. Now we have to accept that 4 elements and store in the matrix A. Right? So first element would be stored in 0, 0 position, next element in 0, 1 position, next element in 1, 0 position, next element in 1, 1 position. Right? Now, how to write for loops for this? Now, what is the condition? we are starting row value from 0 to 1, right? Now I is represented as row. I is equals to 0 and up to what we should run? Up to 1 we should run. Now I less than or equals to 1. That means 0 and 1. Then I plus plus. Okay. Now in this for loop, I am going to write one more for loop. Why? Because to this 0 row position, I want to accept the column at 0 position. I want to accept the value at the first position. That means this 0 should be run for 2 times. So this concept we call it as a nested for loops. In order to understand the nested for loops, watch my previous videos. Now how we are starting column? We are starting column from 0 to 1. J is 0, 0 less than or equals to 1 and J plus plus. Now what we have to do? We have to accept. So we are writing scanf modulus of D. Why? Because we are working out with the integers. Now ampersand of A of I, A of J and close this. Now I am closing this for loop. We can also open the bracket and close the bracket here for the inner for loop also. But I am not writing. Why? Because only one statement we have to be executed under the for loops. So if you have only one statement, no need to specify open and closing. Why? Because in order when you are writing matrix addition or subtraction programs or multiplication programs, that becomes very lengthy. So you may forget a closing bracket, then you will get an error in the program. Okay, so I am not writing. Clear? Now how these values are stored by using this code, I am going to explain. Understand carefully. So if you understand this, printing is very easy and calculation is also very easy. Now first I is equals to 0. I is equals to 0. 0 is less than 1. Right? I am going to explain the outer for loop. I is 0 is less than 1. Condition true. If condition true, this block is going to be executed. Right? So I am starting the block over here. Now in this, if this condition true, so this block is to be executed, then it has to be incremented. First come to the inner block. Now in inner block what you are writing? J is equals to 0. Is 0 is less than 1. Is 0 is less than 1. Condition true. What you are doing if the condition true? So this for loop block is executed. What we are accepting here? We are accepting the value into A of I, J. Now we are putting the value into A of I. So what is the value of I over here? 0. Next, what is the value of J over here? 0. That means whatever the value we accepted for the first time, that is storing in A of 0, 0 position. 0 row, 0 column. Next, J value becomes what? 1. Right? So that is a for loop. Now, first initialization, condition, block of statements, then updation. If true, so this part is executed again. Now, 1 less than or equals to 1. Again the condition true. Now, again condition true. So, this block of statements to be executed. In this what we are doing? We are accepting a value. What value are accepting? Ampersand of A of I, J. What is the value of I? Still I is 0. J. What is J? Now, we are updated J value as 1. Now, what value we accepted? A of 0, 1 position. 0 row, 0 column, 0 row, first column. Next, I becomes what? 2. Is 2 is less than or equals to 1? Is 2 is less than or equals to 1? No, condition wrong. So, control never enter into the scanf statement. Here the condition is wrong. Now, for I 0, 0 less than 1, this block is executed completely. Over. Next, what has to be done? I value to be incremented by 1. Next, I becomes what? 1. So, here the value of I becomes 1. That is 1 is less than or equals to 1. Again the condition true. Here I becomes 1. So this value is passed back. 1 less than or equals to 1. So again this block has to be executed. Now 1 less than or equals to 1. Again the for loop is started. Now again what you are doing for j is equals to 0. In a previous loop j becoming 2. But again we are running with the new value of I. In this case now the j becomes 0 only, not 2. That means again we are initializing second for loop j with the 0. 1 is less than or equals to 0 is less than or equals to 1. Condition true. What we are accepting? Scanf modulus of d a of I j. A of, so what is the value of I? Now value of I is 1. Value of j is 0. That means first row 0 column value is accepted. Next j becomes 1. Is 1 is less than or equals to 1? Condition true. If condition true, what you are accepting? Here j becomes 1. 1 less than or equals to 1. Accept the value into a of I j. I is also 1. Our j is also 1. Right? Next j becomes what? 2. This value becomes 2. 2 less than or equals to 1? No. Condition wrong. So never enter into this block. So we are executed this block. Right? So all the statements are over for the outer for loop. Next I becomes what? I becomes 2. Is 2 is less than or equals to 1? Condition wrong. So control will never enter into this block. So it comes out of the for loop. So this is a way of storing of array of elements in two-dimensional array. Now what we accepted the values? First 0 0 position, next 0 1 position, next 1 0, next 1 1. Right? So the row 0, row 1, column 0, column 1, 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. So this is a way of storing of elements in array. Clear? Understood? Now I want to print this array as it is to the user. Now that means what we are doing? Same for loop concept we use. Instead of scanf, we make use of printf. Right? Now we accepted 4 elements. Now I want to display the 4 elements. Printf. Now what you want to display? You want to display the array of the elements. Previously we stored. Now I want to display in the representation of matrix format. Now modulus of d. If you read what will happen? This 0 0 is printed. What we have to get? We have to get a tab space. So we have /t, right? Comma a of I j. Right? So for this for loop, this is over. Now as soon as you are moving to the next row, we should get the values in the next row. That means first row, column 0, 0 row, column 1, over. With this statement, 0 0 is printed, 0 1 is printed. Now we want to print 1 0 and 1 1 in a new row. So we'll get printf new line and close this. Now I'll close the function. Clear? Consider. Consider I have a matrix like 20, 30, 40, 50. I enter the values like this. So this position is represented as 0 0. This is 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. So this is row 0, row 1, column 0, column 1. Now this matrix I want to print with the help of this code. Now first initially I is 0. 0 is less than or equals to 1. Now 0, 0 less than or equals to 1. Condition true, so this block has to be executed. Now if this for loop is true, only this statement is executed. Why? Because this is not executed, because we are not opening and closing the bracket here. So if this is true, only this statement is to be executed, right? Now open the bracket here. J is 0, 0 is less than or equals to 1. If condition true, modulus of D, A of ij. So A of ij means what? I is 0, j is 0. What you have in 0, 0 position? 20. Right? 20 is printed. Right? Next, what you are writing? Tab space. Slash T for tab space. So next output will be going to print over here. Right? Now, at last I am writing, no, sorry, control will wait over here. Next, j becomes 1. 1 is less than or equals to 1. Again condition true. Now j is becoming 1. 1 less than or equals to 1. Condition true. Again what you are printing? Modulus of D. Tab space A of ij. I is 0. Now j becoming what? 1. Right? Now I is 0. J becomes what? 1. That means here we are going to print 30. That is 30. Sorry for the disturbance. That means here first we are printing 20, next we are printing 30. Okay, now the value is got stored here. Now next j becomes what? 2. Is 2 is less than or equals to 1? Condition wrong. If condition wrong, control never enter into this statement. Why? Because, sorry, never enter into this. It will going to execute now this. What we are writing here? Printf new line. So your cursor will wait in a new line. Okay. Now with this we completed inner for loop. That means this block of the for loop is completed. Again I becomes what? I becomes what? 1. Is 1 is less than or equals to 1? As if condition true, again the block has to be executed. Again come to inner for loop. Now j is 0. 0 is less than or equals to 1. Condition true. Now what we are going to print? Modulus of D, A of ij. Now I is 1, j is 0. I is 1, j is 0. What you are going to print? You are going to print 40. Next, j becomes what? 1. Is 1 is less than or equals to 1? Again condition true. So it becoming 1. This 1 is moving back. 1 less than or equals to 1. Condition true. What you are printing? A of ij. I is 1, j is also 1. What you are printing? I is 1, j is 1. You are going to print 50. That means here first when 40 is there, we are printing 40. Next a tab space is there. So control will wait here. Now j becomes 1. 1 less than or equals to 1. Here 50 is going to print. Next j becomes what? 2. Is 2 is less than or equals to 1? Condition false. If condition false, control never enter into this. It will wait, go for the next statement of the for loop. Here the control comes to the new line. Now this block is completed. Now j becomes what? 2 is passed back. Right? Now 2 less than or equals to 1 for case of I? No. So control never enter into this block. Whatever the statements we are writing in the program over here, that will be executed. So this is a way of declaring a two-dimensional array, accepting the data into two-dimensional array, and printing the values of two-dimensional array. Thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe and share this video if you like to your friends. Thank you.